Well, what is up, guys? Today we are going to be talking about Monochrome HueForges, one of the most fun HueForges that I enjoy making. I love making Monochrome HueForges. We're going to make a couple today. These are also available for you to download on my Maker World. So we're going to talk about Monochrome. Monochrome is legitimately one of the easiest things. It's the easiest place to start when you talk about blending inside of HueForge, and you can get some legitimately incredible results. And so I'm going to show you start to finish on this Batman how I would think through a monochrome image, and then I'm going to show you how simple it can be as we build out more of these images to actually practice on. So to start, I'm going to grab black, and that's just going to live on the bottom. We're going to do like layer 7. I'm going to make sure my base thickness is 0.48, which is the HueForge default. Then I'm going to grab Jade White. I prefer Jade White. Lots of people in my comments and across HueForge in the community do not use Jade White. They use Ivory White. And Ivory White is another great filament. But the reason that I love Jade White is that it has a higher transmission distance, meaning that you can use it to blend so much easier. It is such a better color to blend with than Ivory White is at a 3.5 TD. They've actually been coming in closer to 2 TD. So if you're looking for a really low TD white, Ivory White's probably the way to go. But if you're looking for a mid transmission distance white, Jade White is the best one in my opinion. So I'm going to toss white up there on the top. And so some of you might be thinking, okay, well, we're just going to drag like the black up a little bit and boom, we're done. We can print them. That's it. Layer 15, we're good. And honestly, you're not wrong. Like, this looks really incredible. But I think we can get more depth, more shading into this image, because the way HueForge works is that it's stacking dark all the way up to light, and it's crunching everything in between. And inside of standard mode, with a monochrome image, we can really use that to our advantage. So I'm going to grab a blue-gray because I think blue-gray adds so much depth to monochrome images. It's like a color pop, or it adds some color depth because of the blue hue to it, but it's still monochrome, and it gives us just a really cool effect here, especially in the shadows here on our Batman. And then I'm going to type in gray, and we're going to look at all the different grays that I have or that we can play with here inside of HueForge. Now we have Bamboo Lab Basic Dark Gray, and we have Bamboo Lab Basic Light Gray. Now we could, again, send this off to the printer and it would look fantastic, but we want to achieve more of that depth inside of our image. And to do that, it might mean that we need to add a couple more grays to really pull that depth out. And so I'm going to go ahead and add these to our HueForge here. And you can even see that that light gray already is adding some depth up here in the corners, and they look really good. And I'm going to play around with this dark gray, and I'm going to take out maybe the blue gray just to see what we can get. Now, you get two very different effects when you switch from dark gray to blue gray. This dark gray is giving us a much closer representation of what the original image looks like. And if that's what you're going for, then maybe dark gray is the move here. Dark gray definitely gets us closest to that original image, almost like 1 for 1. Maybe the background is a little light, which we could always fix. But if you want to play around with that blue gray, it'll give you a little bit more depth than what you would be able to get with that dark gray, but you're not going to be able to match 1 for 1 what this original image is. And so it's really at this point a pick your poison kind of moment. And I think in this one, I'll probably lean with the dark gray here, just because it does give us that very 1 for 1 look, especially up here on the helmet with all of the lines. All right, so that's how I would approach this monochrome image. I'm going to go ahead and drag in another one. And at this point, I'm actually going to kind of reduce the amount that I'm talking through and just adjust the sliders. And I want you to think very intentionally about why I'm doing the things I'm doing, and really how you would replicate this inside of HueForge for yourself. So we're going to drag in this image of Thanos, and I'm going to play around with my sliders here and get your opinions. And I'm going to delete that dark gray and the light gray, so we're just starting with a black and white base. Okay, I'm probably looking at this for our Thanos. And again, we actually ended up replicating pretty closely what we did with the Batman, except I decided to take that light gray out. I didn't think it added too much to the overall image. And there's just another color swap that we didn't really need to have. Okay, let's try another one. We're gonna bring in this Wolverine. Now this one's really interesting because it's very black and white. There's very little gray actually happening in this print. And so we could, again, like make the whole thing basically black and really get a pretty accurate image here. But I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna play around with some different colors and see if we can't replicate some really cool depth here. Okay, so this is probably where I'm gonna land for this Wolverine. And I did a couple different things on this image in particular. The first one being that I actually turned spike removal onto moderate, and I brought our blue-gray up quite a bit. And I think I enjoy the blue-gray on this image in particular because of the actual depth that it adds to the face itself. You can run again with the dark gray and it'll be fine, but I love the depth that we're able to accomplish here in this image. It looks really, really good with the blue-gray, and this is just one of those instances where you're gonna have to make the call yourself. It might be better with dark gray in your opinion, and it might be better with blue-gray in your opinion, or you might only have blue-gray in your arsenal of filaments, and so you can't play around with dark gray. It's gonna be up to you. All right, we're gonna do one more, and we're gonna do some more line art type stuff here. And we're gonna pull in this Rengoku versus Akaza, rest in peace. Moment of silence. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of the blue-gray here. And this is another one with that line art. We could really just drag the black all the way up. And honestly, it doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and restore our brightness back to 0. We're gonna move that to none. And I am gonna play around with this dark gray once more and bring that up. I also think I'm gonna play around with this light gray a little bit. And you can really tell that the dark gray adds a lot of depth into the actual line work on this art piece. You can tell, like, that is incredible. If we move black up, it still looks really good, but I think the gray being a little lighter than the black adds just enough differentiation here that it really sticks out, especially if we move the black down and let the gray kind of take over the eyebrows here. I really, really like the way that looks, and we could take the light gray out, and I think we will, because I like the background being as white as possible. And honestly, I really like the way that looks. We could try it with the blue-gray. Blue-gray, in this case, in my opinion, does not look as good. I would probably stick with the dark gray Bamboo Lab filament here. Now, all these principles pretty much stay the same regardless of what filament you're using. So I would love to see your monochrome creations. Join the Discord. It'll be linked down below, and toss them in the Show Off Your Prints channel. We also have a self-promo channel. So if you're building a maker world or you want to just show off and kind of promote the stuff that you're working on, feel free to join and let us see your work. We want to support you on your journey. And if you want to learn how to do this in more depth, you want to dive in a little bit deeper than just monochrome, check out my Patreon. I have a full 10-module course on how to start using HueForge, all the way to how to leverage AI in your business, how to make money, and how to scale. So if you want to check all that stuff out, and honestly, so much more, check out the links down in my description below. All the information will be right there for you. Huge shout out to all my Patreon members. Huge shout out to all my YouTube members. I could not do this if it wasn't for y'all. And so thank you. Thank you for letting me do what I absolutely love to do. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Until then, y'all, take care.